Welcome back to the Explainer. Today, we're diving into what we're calling the Miraculous Egg Rescue. You might not even realize it, but that standard modern breakfast you're eating, it's probably kicking off a completely silent internal crisis right this second.
Think about it. We wake up and boom, we flood our bloodstreams with processed sugars and boxed cereals that our ancient DNA literally cannot even recognize. Then we go sit at desks surrounded by glowing screens all day, and the result of that combination is just devastating. It's this quiet, relentless decay that's rotting your memory and blinding your eyes from the inside out. It's creating aching joints, it's causing that stubborn belly fat that just refuses to melt away, and the craziest part, we just mistakenly blame all of this on getting older. But this internal crisis is happening right now, deep inside your cells. Now, before we reveal the exact 1-cent rescue mission your body is absolutely craving to reverse all this hidden damage, do me a huge favor and hit those like and subscribe buttons right now. Trust me, you're going to want to keep this information handy.
All right, let's get into it. So, what if you could give your body exactly what it was perfectly designed to absorb every single morning? Something that costs literally pennies, takes maybe a couple of minutes to make, and eating it every day triggers this profound rescue mission inside your blood, your brain, and your bones. Well, we're talking about the humble boiled egg. It is the ultimate, hyper-efficient internal rescue team, and it actively reverses the hidden damage of our modern world through 8 miraculous systemic benefits. Let's break them down. We're going to start right at the top, looking directly at those very screens we all stare at all day. Every single day, our eyes are just bombarded by harsh, unnatural blue light. Phones, TVs, laptops. Over the decades, that relentless exposure quietly damages the retina at the back of your eye. But hidden right inside the deep yellow center of a boiled egg are 2 incredibly powerful antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin. The second you digest an egg, your body rushes these protective nutrients directly up to your retinas. And here's the really interesting part. While you can find similar antioxidants in, say, dark leafy greens, the human body actually has a really difficult time extracting them from raw plants. But because the nutrients in an egg yolk are packaged naturally with healthy fats, your body absorbs them almost completely. And once those highly absorbable antioxidants actually reach your retina, they do something amazing. They weave themselves together. Picture a really thick, dense forest canopy that perfectly blocks harsh, scorching sunlight from burning the delicate plants down below. That's exactly what this does. These nutrients physically trap and absorb that damaging blue light before it can hurt your vision, drastically lowering your risk of long-term central vision loss. Now, let's move just a few inches away right into the brain to see how this builds. Because while those antioxidants are busy protecting your eyes, an entirely different nutrient from that exact same egg is traveling up to rescue your memory. You know those super frustrating moments where a word is just stuck on the tip of your tongue, or you walk into a room and completely forget why you went in there? Yeah, we usually just accept that scattered feeling as normal aging, right? But actually, quite often, it's a severe lack of one specific nutrient, choline. And a boiled egg just so happens to be one of the richest, most easily absorbed natural sources of choline on the entire planet. See, your brain uses this choline to build the actual physical bridges that connect your thoughts and your memories. If you're lacking choline, those bridges become weak, fragile, and they break. By eating a boiled egg regularly, you're giving your brain the exact raw materials it needs. It's literally like giving a stonemason a daily delivery of fresh mortar to keep a historic bridge standing strong against the weather. It reinforces those mental pathways, so your lost thoughts can safely cross over. But here is the crucial point. This nutrient doesn't just stop at the brain. Actually, scratch that. It goes even further. That exact same choline travels down into your torso to perform an equally vital rescue mission in your liver. Now, your liver is your body's master purifier, but as we age, excess fat can slowly accumulate inside the liver tissue, which turns it sluggish and causes this really deep, heavy fatigue. Well, the choline from your morning egg acts as a natural binding agent. It grabs onto the stagnant fats trapped inside your liver like a magnetic pulse, bundles them all up, and then safely escorts them out into your bloodstream to be burned away as energy. It effectively sweeps the body's master filter completely clean. And that sweeping and cleaning process beautifully sets the stage for a massive metabolic reset. Look, today, our modern lifestyle is just flooding our bloodstream with a constant, overwhelming tide of processed sugars. Your body gets totally exhausted and eventually goes completely numb to it, which is the hidden root cause of that stubborn belly fat. But this is where the egg comes in. Notice the number 0. A boiled egg contains 0 carbohydrates, which means it requires absolutely 0 insulin response to digest. It's just perfectly balanced with pure protein and natural fat.
So, eating a boiled egg gives your exhausted body a moment of total, complete silence. It completely stops that exhausting flood of modern sugars. Honestly, it's like retreating to a quiet, peaceful mountain cabin after you've been standing in a loud, crowded room for years. Your ears finally stop ringing, and you can hear a whisper again. Over the course of a few weeks, that metabolic numbness starts to fade, and your body finally starts efficiently burning off stored fat instead of just hoarding it.
And this deep, quiet recovery naturally solves your midday cravings too. Think about eating a typical breakfast centered around carbohydrates, like toast or cereal. It digests almost instantly, right? It's exactly like throwing dry pine needles onto a fire. You get this quick, bright flash of heat, but it burns out in minutes, leaving you cold, hungry, and aggressively staring down the office vending machine just 2 hours later. But a boiled egg? It's packed with pure, complete protein. So it's more like placing a thick, dense oak log on that same fire. It burns incredibly slowly, giving off reliable, steady heat for hours on end.
And the ripple effect this oak log digestion has on your body is just incredible. Because your digestive tract has to work slowly and deliberately, your body actually produces significantly lower levels of hunger-causing hormones, meaning you naturally consume hundreds of fewer calories throughout the rest of the day without even forcing yourself to diet. You are effortlessly shielded from those sudden mid-afternoon cravings that always ruin our diets. So while your stomach is keeping you full, those rich nutrients are moving into your bloodstream to tackle cholesterol. Now, I know what you're thinking. For years, eggs were totally unfairly blamed for causing heart blockages. But recent nutritional science has completely destroyed that outdated myth. In fact, clinical studies reveal the exact opposite is true. When you eat a boiled egg, your body actually increases the production of HDL, which is the good protective cholesterol. You can kind of think of this HDL as a fleet of natural sea sponges that are actively working to clean your blood vessels. Just imagine your blood vessels as a fast-moving river. The dangerous cholesterol acts like this sticky mud, building up along the banks, narrowing the flow of the water. While the sea sponges from the boiled egg float down that arterial river, they actively absorb that sticky mud, and they carry it away to be safely removed. And on top of that, the healthy fats in eggs actually change the physical shape of the bad cholesterol, fluffing it up so it simply floats away without ever catching on the banks in the first place. Moving right along, let's talk about our skeletal foundation. Starting in our 30s, we slowly start to lose muscle mass and bone density, which is what leads to frailty and weakness later on. Now, you can consume all the calcium in the world, but without vitamin D, your bones literally cannot absorb a single drop of it. So think of the highly absorbable vitamin D in a boiled egg as a deep root system. Because without those deep roots, a tree cannot pull any water from the soil, no matter how much it rains. This is what prevents your bones from turning into brittle glass as you get older. And finally, all of this deep internal repair makes its way right to the surface. The unique blend of vitamins inside a boiled egg acts like fresh cellular rain on dry earth. These nutrients actually encourage your body to naturally shed its old, tired outer layers, just like a tree dropping its dead leaves. The pure protein feeds the roots of your hair, it strengthens the keratin in your nails, and it naturally renews your tired skin from the inside out. It offers this lasting, vibrant glow that no expensive, over-the-counter lotion could ever replicate. It's truly profound when you step back and think about the sheer scale of this quiet, relentless protective work triggered by something so basic. I mean, from building a retinal blue light shield and repairing your memory pathways, to flushing out liver fat, resting your metabolism, providing that slow burn satiety, scrubbing our arterial rivers, building bone density roots, and delivering cellular rain to your skin. We spend so much money on these crazy, complicated anti-aging solutions, but your heart, your brain, and your future self will absolutely thank you for simply making this daily swap to a boiled egg. So drop a comment below right now and let us know which of these 8 facts surprised you the absolute most. But wait, before you go off and boil a dozen eggs, you need to know this. There is one super common, quote-unquote, healthy food pairing that secretly destroys all 8 of these miraculous benefits the exact second it enters your stomach. Literally, if you eat this with your egg, you ruin everything we just covered today. We're going to reveal exactly what this forbidden combination is in our next explainer, so you definitely don't want to